if you'd like some help learning both of these things, how to feel good, which basically means learning a lot more about law of attraction in depth, learning the basics and working your way up to the most advanced stuff, more advanced concepts, more advanced strategies, more advanced mindsets, which is a lot of fun and it's amazing. And if you'd like to, number 2, also have some clearing sessions done, if you'd like to clear out those negative belief systems, that is what I do for a beautiful living. That is what my passion is, teaching law of attraction and helping you destroy and clear out those limiting belief systems and replace them and integrate new empowering belief systems so you feel fucking epic. And I would love to help you with that. So here's now the plug. Here's the thing. Here's the call to action. If you really want to change your life right now in this moment. If you're watching this on YouTube, in the description below, there's going to be a link. I want you to tap that link and you're going to sign up for my Supernova Academy. In this academy, I'm going to teach you about law of attraction. We have calls 3 times a week. Now, for maybe 5 to 7 people, and then I'm going to stop because I just want to do a short little kind of test group before I scale up and do an even bigger thing. For the next 5 or 7 people, I'm actually going to bundle one-on-one sessions. So normally this is going to be completely separate. In the future, I'm only going to have the academy as a separate thing and one-on-one coaching as a separate thing. But I want to try bundling it because it seemed exciting to me. I had a great idea to do this. So for the next 5 or 7 people, which if you're watching this video, this is probably you, okay? Tap the link. You're going to sign up for my Supernova Academy. You're going to get 2 one-on-one sessions a week. This whole package, the academy, where you're going to learn law of attraction, so you can feel better and better and better, learn the ins and outs of how your emotions work and how to attract the things that you want, number 1. And number 2, clearing out the negative belief systems that are holding you back, which literally, it doesn't matter how much law of attraction you fucking know and learn how to apply, like it's not going to do jack shit if you don't clear out those emotional belief systems. It's just going to be too heavy. It's going to drag you down. It's going to impede all your progress. So learning both these things at the same time is fucking huge. It's amazing. It's like this cocktail of greatness and transformation. It's legendary, okay? So both of these things you're getting here. It's $295 a month for both of these things, okay? $295 per month. You get 3 live calls, group calls with other members learning law of attraction, asking any questions, and each call is like a different topic, learning a different piece of law of attraction, starting from the basics and working our way up to the fundamental. Well, learning the basics and the fundamentals and working our way up to the more advanced concepts. Those 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay? And all the details will be on the page once you click the link. I'm just giving you a little bit here, just kind of wet your whistle and just show you a little bit about what it's all about. Now, 3 times a week, live group calls. The other thing you're getting is twice a week, you get a one-on-one session with me. These can be as short as a half hour, and they can go on as long as 2 hours. And sometimes when I'm helping someone clear a really particularly juicy belief system, the biggest one I've done, I thought it was 50 layers, but when I rewatched the video, I was like, oh wow, no, that was actually 60 layers. I helped someone clear a 60-layer belief system, and that took like about 2.5 hours. So sometimes it takes a lot of time. That's why I want to set aside 2 hours. And you're going to get that twice a week, sitting down with me helping you dive into the different perspectives and then clearing that shit out. So it's no longer an issue, so you no longer feel that weight, the weight of that negative emotion. That's gone, so you can feel lighter. So you don't have that block anymore. So you're not tethered down by that limiting belief or those limiting beliefs. So that's what you're getting. $295 for a 3-month package. Okay? That's what I'm offering here. 3 months in my academy, 3 months of one-on-one session. For a total of 5 days a week, we're seeing each other. 2 one-on-one sessions a week. 3 live group calls in the academy with other like-minded members, such as yourself, 3 times a week. That's what you're getting. So there you go. If you're ready to change your life, let's fucking do this. I'd be really excited. I am really excited to work with you. I want to see you in that academy. I want to help you change your life. I want to help you get rid of all this shit that's weighing you down so you can start creating those really, really big desires. Have those really, really big things that you want. Those big manifestations start to show up in your life. You deserve that. That's why you came here to this fucking planet. I want to help you do that. And how long do you think that you've been carrying, so the main emotions from this belief system in particular, were a lot of guilt, a lot of regret, and a lot of shame. So how long do you think you were carrying those emotions at a 7 or 8 level? How long do you think you had that, carried that with you?
I think you're a genius, and I think you're going to crush it with your business.
Thank you. Well, everybody's a genius in their own way, and it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. I remember I felt like, do you ever do Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill? You ever read that? Well, he said, in every adversity, there's a seed for an opportunity that is equal to or greater than that adversity.
That weird moment when you're going to talk about something, or you're already chatting something, typing something, and then you realize this whole thing undercut you, right? And so like you're like, oh, like I don't even feel like I don't, this reward that I used to get for doing this is just gone.
At a 7 or 8 level, probably maybe like a year or two, but at a level 10, probably 10 years.
Wow.
And when I heard that, it was like somebody promised it to me. Like God, it was almost like God promised that to me. Like, okay, I'm going to take that adversity and I'm going to make $1 million from it. Or whatever it is.
And it's weird that because you feel like 90% responsible for it, because you kept answering these simple little questions. Yeah, I would do that. No, this, like, right. And it's funny because as you go back up the tree, right, this belief tree, so you get down to a certain point and it's like, could you accept that? As what is it? How's it phrased? Like, is that something you could accept?
So you get down to the last little main belief, and when, as the person, as me, coaching, facilitating, whatever you want to call it, when I sense there's a little bit of a shift, when there's like a little bit of relief, a little bit like something's moved, it feels different than when we were going down, then I'll ask, well, is that something you can let go of?
And you can just say no.
So you think maybe you got it down for 7 to 8 just through your own work, own studies?
Mm-hmm.
It was still pretty high.
Yeah.
And now today, within this last hour, it's completely gone. At a 0. 31 layers evaporated.
Evaporated.
And how do you feel?
And you know, Jim Rohn says like the person you become on the way to $1 million is worth, you know, like all that. So that's how I feel like I'm going through. So
amazing.
Yeah.
And my final kind of takeaway on this session, which has been amazing, by the way, thank you for letting me practice and giving me some of your time and energy. I think like we definitely cleared some stuff and shifted some stuff that seemed to be weighing you down, but the main thing I'd say is this feels more like a practicing getting into alignment thing. It doesn't seem like dead weight. It just seems like a skill set thing, and you're doing amazing, and you're only going to keep doing amazing. So just keep practicing, making your alignment a priority, and feeling good and having fun.
No, and you'll keep going, right? And it's funny when I was going back up, I was like, oh, that is actually something I could let go of. And then we went back up to the next higher step, and they were like, how about that? Is that something you feel like you? And you know, they repeat the step. Dante would repeat the step, and then I would talk, and then he'd say, is that something? And I was like, yeah. And then the next one, yeah. And then the next one, yeah. And then the next one, I was like, hell no. Right? Like, no, that's not all right. And so then he's like, okay, well, what is it about that?
How do you feel now?
Amazing. Like I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Like it's opened up space in my heart and my mind and my life.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me do this with you, and I am happy to return the favor anytime.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Let me know when you want to, and I will make myself available.
Thank you, Leah.
All right.
That's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna
All right.
drink some water. I'm so parched.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Take care.
Later.
Right? And then we started to go down and down again, and then finally get to something, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I can let go of that. How about the one above that? How about the one above that? And then and the one, I did it like 3 times. And then I got back to it the 3rd time, and he was like, how about that? And that's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, I guess so. You're like, because you're like, I'm expecting to be like, hell nah. but I wasn't. I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, actually it is pretty easy this time. I don't know what happened.
For better things, for more joy, and just for better things. Like, who needs that shit? Nobody needs that shit. None of us need that shit.
And last couple questions. Did you feel comfortable with me during the session?
Right? Like, that's what I mean by it's insidious. Like, it happens without even being aware. Like, you know, when you watch the movies and somebody's a therapist and they're crying and there's this breakthrough, not to say that, you know, that's like, whatever helps someone, awesome. But this was just so much different because it was almost subconscious, right? I was saying these questions and these answers, but and what it was, as those things happened to me throughout the week, I also started to think about it a lot. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, it's changed the association of this thing that I do, right? It used to be associated with, you know, people have, you know, being unhappy, and, you know, because they're stuck in these paradigms and they're not getting good things, right, in their life, and it just changed the association to this belief tree. And so now every time I think about that, I just, like, my mind just goes down the belief tree, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm just
Absolutely, 100%.
Did you feel like you could trust me?
Absolutely, 100%.
Did you feel safe
I
opening
felt
up to me?
completely safe. Completely safe.
don't feel like answering anymore.
I found it, as an aside, I found it really fascinating how, you know, seemingly on the surface, and this is how most belief systems work, that, I mean, yours was about, I think, 25 layers it was. Some people have, you know, I did one that was like 11. Sometimes it's really, really short, but often they're these vast, intricate belief systems. And at the surface, you have some dominant emotion, which was, let's say, frustration for you. And as we go down the layers, it really was fascinating for me seeing how much of these perspectives were making you sad. And it was coming from a place of, I really want to help people and wish, like, what could I do that they could be different? Like, it was really, really cool seeing that it was really coming from a good place. But the perspectives were just perspectives that weren't really serving. And it would be far more empowering to those people to just let those things go, because then it allows you to be more awesome, allows you to actually make impact with the right people when you feel like, oh, this is actually someone who can actually benefit from a conversation or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's not Dante telling me what's wrong with me. It's me telling me what's wrong with me. Just answer this super simple question.
And it's you reframing it in a way that feels a lot better.
Yes, and it's the reframing that is the thing. Like, that's what happens is this thing gets reframed, and it's now associated with, that's not that big a deal. Like, and you think, like, I know it seems like when somebody goes, just let it go, and you're like, shut your face, let it go. How about I punch you in the face? How about I let that go, right? Like, we've all had that experience when somebody tries to tell us to do something, right? Like, and it's just not that simple, right? So this is not that. This is not somebody going, yo, bro, just let it go, right? Or, but you have to be the bigger person, let it go. Like, how about a bigger person punch him in the face, right? Like we all had that. Like, that's a normal human thing, right? And some of that is just protecting our wounds and things like that. But this is not that thing that's telling you, like, a falsehood to not be your true self. Like, this is asking questions. They're tiny questions, but they're tiny enough that they can demand that you tell the truth, and it doesn't even feel risky. You're like, yeah, I can tell the truth about that. Oh yeah, I can tell the truth about that one too. And that one, and that one, and then it keeps on going. But the next thing you know, what happened, right? So it's like, it's funny, you know. There's like you definitely have a sense of loss. You know, I've felt a sense of loss, like, you know, some part of me is like, I'm like, oh, like, I kind of enjoyed, you know, unleashing wrath. You know, I felt so justified, but now that I have this association, right, that justification is silly, and the reason why I was doing it, right? I was saying I was doing it for this reason, but now I can't keep thinking it. Like, I'm unable to keep thinking it. It is crazy. This is insidious. In the most awesome way possible.
Because you have a way of, you know, I mean, the work, it's almost like the work does itself, but you're a conduit and a leader for guiding through the work, right? And that's a skill. And so, and I felt 100% safe.
Did you feel rushed at all?
No.
Good. 1 out of 10, how would you rate my job?
10 plus, 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 plus.
Good. Thank you for the testimonial.
You're welcome.